Good day to you. Yeah, here I am on the Triumph T100, but I'm not alone. I'm not with Mrs. TAYM. No, I've got Baby TAYM Senior. Yeah, is that right? Oh, let's call it Adventure TAYM. Yeah. She's kindly joined us. She's on the back for the very first time on the Triumph T100. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a two-up review of the Triumph T100. And I've got to say, from my perspective as a rider, we've been out and about for quite some time. And we've done quite a few miles, and in that time I've found no problems at all. No, it handles well. I'm going to be very interested to see what Baby TAYM thinks of the T100, because she has been on the Daytona, on the Daytona 660, so quite a comparison really for her to do there. She had no problems with the Daytona 660, but you know, a lack of information, a lack of knowledge can sometimes help, can it? So that's what her starting target is, that Daytona 660. What I'll do is I will go down to Hawley Castle, because we've come all the way over from Woodbridge. So she's had plenty of time to decide what she thinks. A trike there, marvellous. So she's had plenty of time to find out. I've probably been in the saddle in total an hour and a half, 2 hours, so we'll get a good idea of what it's like for a pillion. Now, from the riding point of view, obviously it's got no problem with the brake horsepower. It's got ample power to do anything that you want to up. It's dead smooth, so you can give a pillion a really good ride on it. The suspension, it's a little bit soft. I could have lifted it up, but I haven't adjusted the suspension at all for her. No. And you can also put better suspension on if you want. I don't feel the need. As you know, I love the T100 as an all-round bike. It is pretty perfect as any bike can be. But then there's also the looks. What does it look like? How will she feel about the looks? Because I've never really asked her. She loved the look of the sports bike because she's young. And youngsters tend to like sporty things. But I'll be interested to see if she likes the look of this retro style. So Hawley Castle's just down here. There's the church, and there's the castle. Wonderful. And we've got a small child looking at the moat. So I'll stop it here. Indicator off. No self-cancelling indicators on this. Side stand down. Ignition off. There we go. Triumph Bonneville T100, marvellous. Let's see what Baby TAYM thinks of it. Right, so here it is, and here she is. Yeah. Right, okay, so you've been on a Daytona. You've been on, you remember my old bikes, the Kawasaki, the big red Kawasaki, and all the old Daytonas and trophies. And you've been on the new Daytona. But I want you to think about this bike as an individual. So, how did you feel on the back of it?
Well, actually, overridingly, I felt quite proud to be on the back of it, because I love how it looks aesthetically, and I prefer the traditional bikes. But physically, a lot more relaxed, a lot more comfortable. It was, as I compare it to, obviously I'm a horse person, so I compare it to horses, and it's a bit like today I got off a racehorse and onto an Irish draft horse. A bit more comfortable, bit more relaxed, a bit more workmanlike in some ways, but beautiful, beautiful.
What do you think about the sound?
Oh, I love the sound of it. No, I could listen to that all day. I like the sound of it.
So you like the soundtrack, you like the comfort of it. What about the speed? Because it's a 900, it's a bigger engine than the Daytona, but it's got a cylinder less, but it's got a lot of torque, so a lot of pull when you accelerate. How did you find that?
Well, I didn't have any trouble with it.
You just felt so relaxed on it.
Yeah.
And the handling?
Yeah, no problem handling.
Well, on corners heavier, you felt safe.
You know.
Yeah, it is heavier actually. It's not much heavier, but maybe a bag of horse feed heavier in your language. Yeah. But to touch and feel it, it feels just all quality, doesn't it? Yeah. If you had the choice, if you had done, as you keep thinking about doing, passing your test, what bike, as a young person, what would you go for? Would you go for something like this or something like the Daytona?
Oh, I'd be on this end of the spectrum probably.
Really?
Yeah, but I know I'd probably get a Royal Enfield.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now there's a fight to be had. Yeah. So there you go. Aesthetically pleasing for a pillion, comfortable for a pillion, and loves the sound. Everybody loves the sound and the looks of the Triumph T100. So there you go. Let's get back on board and we'll have a little bit of a mutter. Right, here we go. Ignition on. There we go, and we're off. So we'll go down this bumpy old Suffolk road. Yeah, though we have been down constant Suffolk bumpy roads on it. Yeah, well, that caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting her, because she really liked the Daytona. She thought it was great fun. But there you go. She would favour the T100 over the Daytona, even as a young lady. Yeah, that's just marvellous, isn't it? The sound, she likes the sound. She likes to compare everything to horses. Yeah. And comparing it from a racehorse to something like an Irish draft, and you've got to sort of understand horses. I said to her, what, something like a Shire? She said, no, not like a Shire. She said something more sporty than a Shire. Yeah. So an Irish sport horse maybe, you know, a Shire crossed or an Irish draft cross with a thoroughbred. But I know what she means. She likes the traditional look. She likes the traditional sound. But most of all, she likes the comfort. She didn't find the Daytona particularly uncomfortable. though she did say she had a bit of a numb bum, which of course she didn't get on the T100. Maybe she will by the time we get to Bury St Edmunds. Anyway, look, that's a little bit of a tour-up video on the Triumph T100. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch you. You wait there, mister, because I've got nowhere to go. Thank you. I will catch you in a mutter. Ta-ta.